Direct from Foxborough, Massachusetts, the gem of Norfolk County, and taped at the studios of Foxborough Cable Access. It's Foxborough Central. And here's your host, Bob Hickey.
And thank you for joining another episode of Foxborough Central. I am Bob Hickey, your host, and we are going to be talking about the people, events, and organizations that make Foxborough truly the gem of Norfolk County. Now, unless you were hiding under a rock or wintering in Florida, you know absolutely nothing about what went on this past winter here in beautiful Foxborough. Our Foxborough High School Warriors high school girls basketball team won the state championship. Right?
We did.
And we are honored and blessed to be joined by the captains and by the coach, Lisa Downs. Lisa, so wonderful to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This is an exciting day.
It is. It's nice to see the girls. I haven't seen them in a couple weeks. So.
You haven't. Well, you brought the captains, and you brought the trophy, and you brought the ribbon. So we're going to start off, and we'll introduce the captains first.
Okay.
On my left is one of the captains, Shannon Smalley. Shannon, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And Lily Sykes. How are you doing? And Ashley Simpson. So, is it nice to meet me too?
It's nice to meet you.
Excellent. All right. I'm a very scary person, aren't I?
You
Coach?
are, a little bit.
I know. We've known each other for a long time, and you still talk to me, so that's okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Yep.
So it is wonderful to have you here. You've been the coach now of the girls team for how many years?
This was my 7th season as a varsity coach.
That's fantastic. And that was 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that this is probably one of the best teams?
Oh, it's by far the best team. Yeah.
And what made them the best team?
These three, and one that we're missing today, Grace Tamulonis. So I've known these girls actually before they even arrived at the high school. So I had my eye on them, not in a bad way. So since they were in middle school, because you could see the talent was there,
Mm-hmm.
the drive was there, just the athleticism and the type of girls that they were. So once they got to me as freshmen, you know, they contributed right away. So.
Okay. So you were in a very lucky position to have this crew be recruited in. Well, they live here, so they
Right.
not
Yeah.
exactly recruited, but they kind of
Yeah.
matriculated their way up. So when you get into the high school level, were you excited about basketball? Is basketball your true love, your first sport, the only thing you do, or do you have other lives?
Well, basketball is my first sport, and it's definitely like my biggest passion. Like, it's what I love to do. I like to go out and I play basketball with my friends. So when going to high school, I was really nervous because this was the first time that we could possibly not be on the same team together since 5th grade, so that was kind of weird. And I was just really nervous all through tryouts, but, you know, I made JV, and then halfway through the season, I moved up to varsity and joined these guys. And
You got called up.
yep.
Excellent, excellent. So, and then Shannon, you are a senior this year, and so you'll be leaving Foxborough, and do you have plans?
Yeah, I'm next year I'm going to Brandeis University in Waltham. I'll be studying business, and I'll be playing basketball there as well.
Fantastic. So the basketball continues.
Mm-hmm.
And basketball doesn't continue for you, or maybe it does. Soccer, I think, is more in your future.
Yeah.
So Lily Sykes, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And how did you, she said that you played together through 5th grade?
Yeah.
4th grade?
Yeah.
Through the FYBSA program? Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Yeah.
So Foxborough Youth Basketball. What a
Yeah.
great organization.
It
huh?
is.
It is who's the president of that organization? Oh, hi, Lisa Downs, president of Foxborough Youth Basketball. A big plug and a shout out to the town program as well as the travel club. So, did you play town or travel?
Travel.
Yeah?
Yep.
And did you enjoy that experience?
Of course.
You loved it?
Yeah, I loved
The
it.
referees are really good, aren't they?
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do Foxborough, that's right. When you go up north, you get me. So, Lily, and you're going off to school also?
I'll be at Tufts University next year and playing soccer.
Soccer?
Maybe basketball. I don't really know yet.
Well, they'll find you. They'll find a way, I'm
We'll
sure.
see.
Because you are coming off a championship season. So, of course, everybody here in Foxborough, not only we're proud of you, and I remember when the bus came around 4 times, I think it went around the common.
Yeah.
I think it was 4
Very
times.
loud.
It was outstanding. It was a great event. And everybody came to rush out and take the picture. That was great.
Yeah.
That must have been quite the homecoming, though.
Yeah, definitely. It was cool because it was like all my best friends.
Exciting, right?
Yeah.
And Ashley Sampson, let's see, did you do anything in the game?
None at all.
Not at all.
No.
So it's a pleasure having you on the show also. And I'm going to help you with a little speaking here. You're going to go on to college as well, and you're going to be playing basketball. And what school are you going to go to?
Adelphi University.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah.
Now, were you all in a position where you got recruited, where you had people looking at you, or did you have to beg to go on? Is this something that you really want to do?
Yeah.
This college thing? You sure?
Positive.
It's a tough world out there. All right, excellent. So I'm just messing with you. So let's talk about the season then. So, Shannon, I would ask Ashley, but she's being a little shy with me. And I hear you're going to do the voiceover dub for the videos. So we'll go with you. We'll get you some public speaking experience here. So with the season, how did it start off? And did you think that it was going to culminate in this fantastic victory up in Springfield?
Well, it started off rough with our first exhibition game against Quail where we lost pretty terribly. But I think...
Did the coach yell at you?
A little bit.
Did you?
I don't think she did.
It didn't count, and I knew that. And we were down by a lot. We got it back into overtime. Then we ended up losing in overtime. But we knew getting that game under
You
our
made it to
belts.
overtime? You call that a horribly beaten loss?
Well, we did end up losing. We
By
were
10.
down a lot,
Yeah.
and then we came back right at the end, and then we did not produce in overtime.
That's a
But-
very mature approach. I like that.
But
I guess that's why a lot of coaches go, you did a great job. You came all the way back. You lost. But okay. So from there,
I say that probably the truest test of our character all season was that first game against Mansfield, because we hadn't beat Mansfield since we've been in high school, since freshman year. And we knew that they were going to be a tough team. They're a really talented team. They have a lot of big, fast girls. So I think that we played tough that entire game, and we ended up winning by about 6, 8.
Yep.
And I have to say that, at the end of that game, I knew this team could make it.
okay. And then for you, Lily, it was as a captain, leadership role.
Same thing as her, basically. I would have said the same
you're-
exact thing that
You're
she
at
said.
the same games as she was?
There were some other games, though, that kind of early on, I feel like.
What was your breakout game? What was the game that you said, wow, this is cool. We're going to go somewhere?
Honestly, it was Mansfield too, and maybe Franklin. Franklin was a good one
They had a
because
good
we were
team.
tied for a little, and then all of a sudden, we just went up by 30, and I was like, wow.
To beat
That's how
Franklin?
we can
Yeah.
play, and to beat Franklin by 30, that was pretty insane.
That's impressive. Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
good team this year, too. So your team, what was the final record, Coach?
We were 24-1,
That's an amazing record.
or 25-1, sorry.
Okay.
Yep. And our 1 was by 1 point, so it doesn't really count.
That's-
1 point in the last second.
Yes, it was a prayer shot.
Is
so.
that what she said after the game, or is this,
No.
is this 3 months after the fact with a lot of soothing teas and
Yeah.
so okay.
That.
So Ashley, with your with the play and particularly with the run, the stretch run, what was your? I mean, motivation sounds like a lame question, but what was your drive? Because there were some amazing things that you did. It was, for those of us who were watching on the sidelines, of course.
Probably just knowing that we wouldn't have another chance to do it again next year because we're all seniors.
this was
So yeah.
Okay, well, that's actually a great motivator. So you beat Mansfield your last year, you won the championship, and you get to go out in a blaze of glory. So we're going to start again next year because these are all seniors,
Unfortunately.
along with Grace Timalonis.
Yep. So
They're
I'll
leaving
love
us. Well, it's been great knowing you. Any last words? I'm kidding,
They're
we're not
stuck
done
with
yet.
me for a while.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
following them. Yeah.
So what does the team look like for 2018-19?
I mean, it's definitely going to be a different type of team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and a few things and just start from square one with some of these girls. But fortunately, a lot of them, they were right there witnessing what these girls did. And it wasn't just every game. It was the amount of time they put in outside of the actual practice and what they did in the off season to prepare for the season. So I think they know what's expected of them. And in order to do that, they have to put the work in.
On a
So-
serious note, that's absolutely the case because
Right.
it's not just game time, it's everything
Right.
that goes into the game.
Right. It's a lot of, in the summer and in the fall. And I think it's great that girls play more than one sport, but they just can't set the basketball down. They have to continue to play because the skill level is so high up in the Hockomock, and the bar has been set high by these girls. So,
That's true. Everybody's going to be gunning for your teammates next year.
yeah.
Yep.
Foxborough is going to come to town. The stands will be packed, and everybody will be out there, right?
Well,
Wow.
I mean, we beat teams by 30 and 40 points this year that we have to now turn around and face next year. So those teams are probably not going to forget those games.
Right.
So we have to be ready.
Excellent.
Yep.
Are you looking forward to the season?
Yeah, I'm a little sad still that I'm losing these girls, but I just, I love the game, and it goes on.
So, and we were talking a little bit beforehand about the experience, but also understanding that this doesn't just happen.
No.
There's a lot of winning here in Foxborough with the Patriots, and just, I don't know if it's an assumption, but it's sort of along the lines of taking it for granted that when your team does this wonderful thing. When's the last time Foxborough won a state championship?
1995.
1995.
And that was Division III. This is the first time ever they've won a Division II.
And when were you born?
99.
So it's been a lifetime.
It's been a long time.
Been a long time,
Yeah.
a lifetime, huh? So congratulations again on bringing the championship home. It's a tremendous testament to your hard work and to your leadership as captains. Here on Foxborough Cable Access, our volunteers love broadcasting the games, and it was one of those things at the end where we weren't allowed to watch it live. We had to listen on the radio, and it was so cool, but it was such a great day. We're all hanging on and listening, and a lot of people came out to support you in Springfield. The stands were packed, as they say.
Yeah.
Good enough?
We actually did. I mean, it's quite the drive, and I think because we had done so well the game prior to that, coming back, being down by 20 points with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, I think we gained a lot of momentum from there, and I think we filled the stands in that game. I thought there were a lot of people at the Pentucket game, and then even more than that came to make the drive to Springfield.
It was an impressive come from behind victory.
It was one of a kind, yeah.
Outstanding. So, we are so happy that you're here joining us. The folks at home, this is their last chance to see their championship captains. You got to give them something. You got to tell them something, a word of wisdom, something. Shannon.
Well, to the younger players coming up, I would just have to say that practice pays off. You just got to work really hard. I mean, that's probably one of the keys to our success. We came into practice every day ready to work hard and left satisfied with what we did that day.
So, what kind of practice? It's not much, right? You just kind of show up. What's practice? What is it really? It's just you and me talking. What's going on here? What's kind of practice? What is this practice we're talking about? What kind of a commitment are we talking about?
Well, I mean, every day.
A wicked lot.
A lot. I mean, you gotta go every day. Just go get your get your shoes laced up, and just get on the court and practice your defense. Shoot as much as you can. Work on your moves. I mean, that's all you really can do.
But basketball is fun too.
Yeah.
It is fun. It is fun. Do you like basketball, or are you done with it?
No, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
But you like soccer too.
Yeah,
Some say soccer is a downfall of Western civilization. What do you say to that?
No.
No?
I don't know if I've ever heard that, Bob.
I'm a baseball umpire, and you see everybody playing soccer. It's like, oh, come on, baseball's a much better sport. It's not. So great. And so with your season having concluded and now it's all over, are you just not doing anything? What are you doing, Ashley?
I'm coaching an AAU team this spring.
So you are keeping your head in the game, as they say.
I am, yeah.
An AAU team. How's the AAU team doing?
Great. They're
working hard.
They're working hard, yeah.
Did you learn from Coach Downs about everything there is to do about coaching, or do you have your own style?
I learned from her.
Do you yell more or less than she does?
Do you stomp your feet?
She lost her voice the other day.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Was it the referee's fault or was it the other players?
A mix of everything.
She's being diplomatic, everybody. We like that. We respect that. Ms. Sampson is, if nothing else, very diplomatic with us, and I appreciate that. That's a good coach and a good leader. So, as the captains, what were some of the challenges and some of the joys of this year? You can all speak at once if you want to, or
The joy was winning.
the joy is always winning, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. And then the one victory that was by a last-second prayer. What are you going to do, right? So,
Yeah, that was a little rough.
do you have a good crew coming up, the juniors and the sophomores?
Yeah,
Are
they're
they
a good group of girls.
Ready to take over?
Yeah.
Or are they going to be lost completely without you?
I think that if they step up to the test early, then they're going to be fine.
Okay.
They need to grow this off season, and I think they will.
See, if they played baseball, that's a softball question. Toss out a softball question.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what it is.
Okay.
All right, never mind. Clearly, I'm an old fuddy-duddy of a host. They know what's going on. They've got it going on. They are your state champions 2017-2018 Foxborough High School girls basketball team. Coach Downs, thank you so much for bringing everybody out here. I love talking to you about the basketball team. Got to know what's going on with the coming year. Are you excited? Is it going to be basketball? What do you want the community to know? Come out and support the team?
Absolutely. So, I mean, the support is always, very important to the girls. And we were fortunate this past year. We had a lot of the youth girls coming to our games pretty consistently throughout the course of the season, which we love to see.
That's great.
So my girls get involved with the youth program a few times during the early part of the season, so we kind of get ourselves a little bit familiar with the girls. We do some clinics during the mid part of the season, and then they come out, and they've been great supporters and their families, and they would make the drive out to Springfield. So we'd like to see more of that, and it's just good for the program in general to get the youth involved.
That's great. Well, yep. Coach Downs, thank you so much for coming out to the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain. Captain.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Foxborough Central. We are a volunteer-led organization. I like to give a second to recognize my volunteers, Taylor Sharpman, who's editing the program, Betty Travers, Mike Stewart, and Deb Storrs behind the cameras, Paul Beck behind the glass, and Lauren Battar, who makes sure that we get on the air, and Michael Weber, that makes sure that Lauren Battar puts us on the air. On behalf of all of us here at Foxborough Cable Access, we hope you have a great day. And once again, congratulations to your 2017-18 Foxborough High School girls basketball team. Yay!
Thank you very much.
Thank you.